Well, in keeping with the randomness of this new channel of mine, bike cables. Sometimes they can be a real problem. But what we're doing is fixing what we have instead of buying new ones. Now, this is not a permanent fix. This will usually get you through about a season. And forgive me, in this lighting, it just does not want to focus. But I'm going to quit trying to zoom in on the cable and just explain to you what I've done. So what we did was we figured out which cable was binding up. Now, there's a couple of different ways of doing that, but basically what I like to do is find my slack area, which on this particular bike is here. And then I'll just pull from one side, and you watch very closely and see where it's slipping and where it's not. And then you go from there. Hopefully, if you can get it unbound from the backside, then you can disassemble it from the backside. It's so much easier this way. Number one, try not to bend your cable out of whack, because it's going to give you a reference point when you go to reinstall it, which is helpful. So you disconnect it from back there, and you pull it out of the way. And hopefully that little thing doesn't come to see me. I don't like bugs. Sorry, I just don't. Fleur-de-lis and all that crap, but just keep them away from me. Anyway, somebody's probably about to reply to my Facebook message, so forgive me. I was trying to buy a bike for myself so we can go ride. There he comes. Howdy. Okay. Anyway, basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull these out like this, and then you find your spot, and you slide it, and you try to get it to move. Now they make these things called cable loopers. They're pretty cheap, and you just clamp it down on the cable, and then it puts like a barricade, and it's almost like it seals up against this, kind of like that's doing right there. Get it over in the light. And then you just shoot lubrication into there. So I like PB Blaster for anything rust related, but there are quite a few things you can use on bike cables that work. So that is for trying to get them to break free. Now, when they sit long enough, they're going to start to fray. And this is what the video was for. I'm going to show you what you can do to try to get another season out of it before you replace them. Now, I'm doing this one-handed, so forgive me. Let me see what I can do here. Maybe I can hold this. And what you're going to do is once you get it to start walking, you're going to feel it kind of crunch. Let's not drop the phone. You're going to feel it kind of crunch. So what I'm going to do is just move it back and forth, just like that. Just keep going. And it doesn't hurt at all to put a little bit. What I'm using is actually a 2-stroke engine oil, just because I have an abundance of it, because I got the wrong kind and I'm too lazy to take it back, so I'm finding other uses for it. So I'm just sticking it in there like that, and I'm running it back and forth, just like that. Put a few drops on it, run it back and forth. Get it where it's moving nice and easy. And then when you come up with what's left here, this is all your frayed wires and everything. Try to make sure that you're going to have some wires that are like right here. See how that's dirt, but right here, see how it's broken off? Just put that in an area where it's not going to be sliding into a collet like that, where it's not going into the sleeve. That way it doesn't matter as much. But anyway, this video is a lot longer than I meant for it to be, so just keep in mind this is not a permanent fix. Even if you lubricate this and try to take care of it, it's only going to last, X amount of time. But yeah, everything is on hold right now while I wait for parts. So I just thought I would put this silly video up while I get this thing back on the road. I like to fix stuff, so stick around if you want to see what I do. Peace.